Logseq has a great plugin ecosystem that allows you to augment and customize the functionality of your Logseq graph. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeffrey and today I'm going to talk about my 10 favorite Logseq plugins. Now, just before we jump in, I want to show how you can set up your Logseq graph so that you can use these plugins as well and where you can find them. So if you go up to the three little dots up in the top right hand corner, you can go to settings. You're going to need to go to advanced and turn on developer mode and plugin system, and then you will be able to go to the plugins page and go to the marketplace and see all of the different plugins. To install them, you just need to click the little install icon down in the bottom right hand corner. It's as easy as that to get started with plugins in Logseq. So without further ado, let's jump in to the list. So one caveat before I get started is that this list is in no particular order, so it's not like I'm building to my favorite plugin. They all serve a purpose and add some functionality to my Logseq graph. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Find and Replace plugin. It allows you to search through your entire vault and change the text across your different markdown files. So to use it, you just click this little icon up in the top right. You can put in what it is you want to find. You can click search and you can see that I have one match. You can either search the entire database or just the page that you're currently on. So if I wanted to go ahead and change this to Find and Replace, then I just click Replace All, and you can see that it went ahead and changed that for me. So that is the Find and Replace plugin. The next plugin on the list is Smartblocks. Now I'm not going to talk too much about this one. I will refer you to some videos that I did specifically about the functionality of Smartblocks and what it can do. Essentially, it gives you added ability to customize and improve how templates work within Logseq. So if you want to check that out, you can check out the videos that are linked on screen. Bullet threading is a simple plugin that allows you to more easily visualize the hierarchy between blocks within your graph, the parent-child relationships, which can get quite confusing when you have a lot of different levels of indentation. So whenever you are in a block, you can see this line appear that shows how these child blocks are related back up through the hierarchy. Really useful when you have a lot of blocks going on a page to see where you're actually writing and the relationships that you're creating. The next plugin gives you the ability to kind of see a high level overview of your Logseq graph, and that is log stats. So if in any block you write /log stats, you can see insert graph statistics. And then when you click away, it will compile all the various information about your graph, how many pages, how many blocks, how many words you've written. So what I do sometimes is I'll put this on my daily note page and leave it there, and then I can kind of have a record to see how my graph has grown over time at the different stages. So it's a pretty cool way to get a visualization of your Logseq graph. So the tabs plugin makes your experience with working with Logseq pages more similar to that of a web browser. You can see here that I have the different pages open with the tabs, and you can also pin tabs by hitting Control P so that it will always stay there. The other thing is that you can cycle through them by hitting Control Tab, so easy to be able to switch between different pages that you're working on, because the main page is a little bit different than if you had something open in the side panel. Perhaps you don't want it there, but you want to be able to easily get back to it. You can also open up a new tab by control clicking on a page link. Will instead open it as a new tab instead of replacing the current page that you're on. The other thing that I like about this is it remembers the pages that I had open when I close it. So the next time I come back in, it's on the same configuration as what I had left it. So that is the tabs plugin. So going from tabs, we now have tags, and this creates a simple little side panel that you can access that shows all of the tags that you've used in your graph, as well as how many times you've used them. You can search through them to see them by, particular keyword. You can also reorder them as well. So that is tags. Next on the list is the Wordcount plugin, and I use this one more when I am drafting up a piece of written content like the Medium articles that I'm producing. If you want to check out my articles on Medium, you can go down and click the link in the description below. But this just adds a little function where you can write /word_count, and then anything that you write underneath as a child block will count up the number of words that you have there. So really useful when you are trying to keep something to a certain size. You want to see how close you're getting to that limit. So that is word count. The next plugin, Markmap, is a cool one to be able to visualize the tree-like structure of your notes and connections on the block level. So if I look at my PKM Design Principles page, on the pages you'll see this open mind map mode, and it takes all of the blocks, the parent-child relationships, and it puts it in this mind map format. So I can click on here to close, I can zoom in. So it adds another visual way to kind of go through your notes that makes a little bit more visual sense than just seeing it in the blocks. It's really hard to imagine the connections here. The bullet threading does help out a little bit, but when you get bigger pages, this mind map view really makes it easy and interesting to kind of step through and review the notes that you have. So the penultimate plugin that is on the list is the Block to Page plugin. Now this one is neat when you are wanting to create a page but you don't know what that page title is going to be yet, or you thought something that wasn't going to be a page but then you ended up writing a lot about it and you're like, you know what, I should put this on its own page. So what you're able to do is you're able to take any block, any bullet point, and if you right click you can click turn into page. And what this is going to do is going to create a new page with the title of that block. And then if I go into that page here, anything that was a child for that bullet then gets added as the content for that page. So really simple plugin, but gives a lot of powerful functionality to be able to move things around and create new pages automatically within your system. So last but certainly not least is the Swapblocks plugin. This one, if you want to see in action, you can check out my demo video for crafting evergreen notes. But what this allows you to do is if I have a block and then I have a block reference, so this is the block, this is the block reference for that block. If I right click, I can swap the reference and the original block. So now this is the block reference and this is the child block. So again, simple, gives you the ability to move things around more automatically rather than having to manually do it. And if you want to see it in action, you can check out that demo video that I have on screen. So that is it. Those are the 10 plugins that I currently have installed and use to customize my Logseq graph. If you have any plugins that you use that you think is amazing, let me know down in the comments below with what it is and how you use it. I would love to hear about how I can further customize and improve my Logseq experience. That's all for this video. Thanks, and I will see you all next time.